pick fights again. So like, if they are already on bad terms, that it will maybe affect in-game activity as well.
Yeah. And I told you guys, it's power in numbers, right? A management person is already in bad.
I follow old process. Suddenly, I'm a bad guy because I didn't think ahead on some crap. It wasn't that way 2 months ago. There was no standard. I was going by the same process that we use for the HRs. Okay. Do not appreciate being talked about while in my face, like I'm doing stuff maliciously. Okay. Secondarily, I've had to pick up my real life. When my real life wasn't important, what was I doing? I was in this game supporting it for 10 to 20 hours a freaking day some days. So, I really don't appreciate it. Really don't.
Is it really difficult to read an announcement?
I was working the tickets when you made that post. You know how many pings I get from 100 directions? I can't even solve a problem because I got 10 things going on in 10 directions. People thinking this is more important, this is more important. I wasn't looking at announcement pings or any of that stuff. I was busy trying to help with the tickets because I only have 3 hours before I go to work and 3 to 4 hours after I get home from work to even try to handle anything. I'm sorry that, I've had to freaking approach my real life so I don't lose my house and home and all that good stuff. But being knocked down the totem pole and being talked to and being drugged through the mud is very disrespectful, and I don't appreciate it.
Okay.
But nobody's disrespecting you.
He just said, were you not here in this conversation? He just said that I ignored. No, I didn't ignore anything. I didn't see it because I was trying to knock out tickets before I went to work.
Yeah, that's fine, but
no,
nobody.
I did not ignore anything.
I explained.
Right now, I've got 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 20, 26, 49, 101 pings right now.
Christ with them.
That's what I got in my, if you want to see the screenshot, and they're all just KK servers. So how am I supposed to recognize that while I'm trying to handle tickets? I was just trying to get the work done, because that's what I do in this game.
Yes.
I'll be getting to my picture here at the end of this conversation, because, I am at my wit's end.
Thank God.
Well,
I mean, we're all working, we all feel this pressure. Okay, I know I'm not that involved in dealing with people directly, but I'm working constantly. Everyone in this call is working constantly on this game, right? You make it seem like it's all just on you. It really isn't anymore, the past 2 months, okay? And I don't mean to sound disrespectful, but when you have this financial mess going on, I respected you in the call. When everyone was in the call, I was telling them that Nabs has a lot of financial mess going on, and always prioritize your life over KK. I always backed you up with that. So to come in and to say that, oh, I'm sorry if I had to make my real life a priority and all this nonsense is completely BS. Because I did, I was on the defense.
You just said, I'm gone missing, not involved, and I come back and I just do X, Y, Z. No, that's insulting. I was on a 30-day inactivity because I have done nothing but assist this whole time, from the time that you promoted me to proxy onward. I took a 2-week inactivity and barely got 2 or 3 days out of it. So, to make it sound like I'm just some absent piece of crap is very insulting to me.
Okay.
My wife has sat here every minute that she's not at work watching me deal with this game. So, to talk about me like I'm some inactive piece of crap is absolutely unacceptable.
Okay. Now,
I earned that 30-day inactivity. I earned it. When I came back because of all the updates and the swarms of updates, yeah, I'm behind. I haven't even been able to catch up on half of it until it is needed for me to know to deal with something. So I come back after 30 days and there's a year of updates that have changed, processes that have changed, all this other stuff. Well, guess what? When I come back to my desk, there's still other stuff that didn't get done. I still have to deal with that. Plus, then I have to learn all this other stuff. And yet, I'm being called inactive or here and there or gone missing, whatever. It's very insulting
Maybe
to
it's
me.
a
I'm
time
sorry.
Maybe it's a time you know that I need to, if I've come back into KK and there's this new thing or that new thing, maybe you should spend some time working on that before getting into the tickets, right? We've dealt with the tickets while you've been away. It wouldn't hurt for us to go another week or two, to keep up with that mess, right? And then when you're caught up in those 2 weeks and all the new updates, and then you come in and pick up. But look, I'm extremely, extremely grateful for what you've done the past year. I mean, I went on a rant yesterday or 2 days ago with these guys in the call, and I said when he goes, it won't be the same, right? Because you came in with the help of other new proxies and really shaped and changed this whole kingdom, right? And it really silly, but yesterday, the day before, I was on the call, and I had to think and realize that a few months ago, Nabs was just amazing and quick and everyone enjoyed being around Nabs and this and that. But look at him now. Like, who is this person that we're having to deal with? That's always, I'm getting a constant basis of reports after reports after reports, right? You go into HR and every single announcement is something negative, something aggressive, right? And it's just this different person that I'm now in front of. And I have been kind. I have given many, many chances. In the previous meeting, I was there and I told you, hey, Nabs, you know what, this is your notice. Back then, right, first of all, you used to talk about earning the notice. We wanted you to take the notice. I would have happily given you a longer notice. But your issue then was you kept coming in and you kept disrupting the things. And then your argument back then was, I'm addicted to this and blah, blah, blah. So it's difficult for me to tap out. And this nonsense, and I gave you advice then, and I said, you know what, communicate with us, do this, do that. And it's like you've come back, and you've just picked up from where you were a month ago, when the first thing that resulted in your notice is for you to chill out and to calm down about all this aggression and this stuff that you were picking up from one ticket and taking it to another. And I was really hoping that would change. And I've given you lots and lots of plenty chances, and I still super, super appreciate what you've done. And it's like I've tried so hard to just get the old Nabs back, and I know that you've got this financial mess going on, which is why I can't just make a wish. But it's just an impossibility for you to just try and calm down and try and understand and try and emphasize and not always make every environment, not always infect every environment into something bad. And, only this morning when you DM'd me and you said to me that I've almost had it, blah, 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 I'm resigning, this, that. And I thought, are you kidding, right? I wanted you to take this chance. Like, I want you to get beyond this. And it's like now you're tapping out on me. You think that I don't appreciate you.
You are not doing anything about the pedophiles, and that is a serious problem in my book.
Nabs.
No, we are. We're doing
Did
everything.
you contact Interpol? Did you report these people? Did you tell them that they're freaking 18-year-old plus freaking people that are
Nabs.
talking dirty to little kids? Have you done all this?
We
I
were.
contacted
you-
the FBI. If you want to see
And
my
Nabs, I'm
FBI
afraid to
email,
tell you that we're a Roblox game. We're not a real agency. We're not a real organization. We respond, we answer to Roblox and we answer to Discord. That's our job. If we see something malicious in Discord, we report them to Discord. We write a nice letter to them. Same with Roblox. We're not an agency. We're not responsible. Okay? We are of course responsible, but we do our job by reporting to Discord or reporting to Roblox. We don't need to, go all this beyond and get them involved and all this nonsense. Now, I'm more than happy for you to get the FBI involved when you did get them involved, right? But recently, this obsession that you have is beyond calling kids pedophiles, calling kids perverts, carrying aggression from one
Not
kid
all
to
of
another.
them are kids. They're freaking adults.
Are
But
you?
that's your delusion.
No,
That's the
no.
delusion, though, because
Everyone, you
I think I've outlived my role here. I think you've gotten what you needed out of me, and I have outlived my usefulness. And to make it easier on your emotional state, you need to point your finger at me.
Nabs, why are you trying to
Before we had
gaslight
this
us?
wave of people in charge, I was the one instilling the rules. I was the one making sure these people were not doing these things. I was the one. Okay, and now all of a sudden, because there are other people that have picked these things up, thankfully, now I'm expendable. Now I'm a loaded gun. Now I'm a hot cannon. Whatever the case, you know, I complain about HR is not doing X, Y, Z. I go in and instruct them X, Y, Z, and it's unacceptable, and that this is within their job description. And suddenly I'm a prick that's like attacking the HRs. No, somebody needs to tell them they're not doing their damn job. That's
Nabs,
what needs to happen.
we aren't attacking you because you're emotionally vulnerable. We're attacking you because you're looking at a situation from one side and you're not looking at it from the other perspective. You're calling like gender identification. This is what I was about to talk to. You're calling gender identification sex talk. That's not sex talk. Welcome to 2020. It's not how it was 20 years ago. It's all talking about sex talk is talking about how you identify in your own body, and it can be talked about in a safe for work way.
Look up the word gay in the dictionary.
Okay, and look up the word pedophile in a dictionary.
No, little kids do not need to be learning this stuff from us. We're not their parents. We're not their school teachers.
You can't censor. If someone comes in and says I'm gay or says that I'm trans or something, you can't censor that.
Exactly.
You can't go in and say, oh, you're not allowed to say that, because then we come
I didn't
across.
say you had to censor that, but talking about sexual situations and so forth and confronting and trying to
I gotta say
obviously not acceptable. If you're making it sexual, then obviously we
Yeah.
already have processes for that we can come in and we address. You were telling someone in a ticket that, oh, gender, blah, 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 you know, that's not acceptable, that's not tolerated here, which is completely wrong. You would be getting us in trouble by saying that, oh, you're not allowed to, you know, talk about your gender identity.
You're not allowed to demand some little 8-year-old is having to identify with your pronouns when they don't get the pronoun trendy.
Hey, man.
Okay?
I gotta say something because I was a part of this thing that happened in proxy chat this morning, and I will say this: you were accusing people of saying and doing things that they weren't, man. Like, and I'm not trying to cause any drama here, but you gotta stop sexualizing everything, man.
This is.
No, dude. I'm sorry, man, but I have to agree with everyone else here.
What
I'm sorry,
genitals they're
dude.
interested in? Okay, you know what?
No,
You
man.
guys are
You have to
totally
stop
freaking backwards
projecting
here.
your own issues on other
I'm not the
people,
one
dude.
talking about my sexuality and genitals
All right,
around
I'm
little
done.
kids. And now I'm the bad guy. This is exactly what those old toxic HRs did. Oh, you're shutting me down. You're a pervert. You're a pedophile. No, I'm not the one talking about
We
my
have brought it
private
up to you
life.
so many times. I've given you so many, plentiful of chances. So many chances. Nobody's ganging up on you. This is all observation based. They're coming to tell me every single day that he's done this now, he's done that now, he's ruined the striking table, now he's done this, now he's done that.
It's unacceptable.
No, you never understand. That's the thing. You talk always from your own perspective and your own delusion. You never ever consider anyone else's point of view.
Exactly.
Everything you said, Cam, this morning, you forget. He's 15 years old, so you're a hypocrite. You called him a pervert. He's 15 years old. What you're saying people sexualize, you're doing it to half the proxies that are underage.
I was not calling him a pervert specifically. I was talking about the people that are being allowed to do this crap.
I know, but no one was disagreeing with you on that, bro. No one was disagreeing with you on that.
You seem to think everyone's happy you.
We've lost that. This one doesn't care about perspective. It's all about his observations, and they are what's right.
Well, you know, if some parent is overseeing their 8-year-old that they've allowed on Discord, and they see some of this crap in the freaking chat, and they're a right-wing conservative parent in the United States with money, Guess what? They love making targets of groups.
Welcome to
Teaching young children inappropriate stuff.
It's life.
You know,
New generation.
I have a house that can be taken. I have my freedom that can be taken. In the United States, you get in the spotlight, you need to spend money to prove that you're innocent. That's how it works here.
I'll do anything.
I don't have the
I don't
money
want
to prove myself in court.
Object.
something it's not.
Which is why I am going to issue my resignation. I don't even need a letter.
Well,
At this point, I get the message. I have outgrown my usefulness.
There's a delusion.
in this crowd,
If you think it's
and I need to
outgrown,
get
then there's a delusion once again.
left.
It's nothing. Nobody's attacking you. Just trying to tell you, but you get so angry.
I am not losing my house over a bunch of kids that want to talk dirty.
Nabs, your house in this has no correlation to what we're trying to talk about.
You're not even an adult. You don't know what I'm even
I don't
talking
care. I don't care if I was a child.
They can charge our house.
You know what?
for
You know
crime
what?
because
I'm not gonna
my
argue with a
computer
hypocrite.
supposed to be setting an
is in
example.
my house.
I told you
You're
yesterday.
You're
I-
supposed to be setting an example.
I told you yesterday. I told you yesterday. You are 35 years older than me. You are a higher role than me. People look up to you, and you're going to tell an entire server that gender identity is not allowed in a server where people express themselves. There are, like I said yesterday, there are people online.
And they're required to identify you. Yes, that is wrong.
There are
Yeah.
people online that only express themselves online because they're at risk of either getting kicked out of their own house by their own family or just in plain getting bullied in general. When I had to come out of the closet in my own family, I was scared shitless. I thought by the hour I decided to come out, I would be on the fucking street. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'll
I'm
take
a
that
gender
warning.
activist, man, and none of the people that are suffering those social consequences in real life are using this pronoun garbage. It's all kid stuff. So,
In a management
I don't
meeting,
and the
Talking
thing is,
as if
I can
people
get in
asking
legal
other people
trouble.
to use different pronouns is some kind of
I have-
sexual grooming or pedophilia. You are the noob of this kingdom. You are the second highest rank, and you represent management. You represent Kavra's kingdom, and you've gone and acted like people literally asking others to use different pronouns is grooming or pedophilia. And you're making all of us look bad. You're making Kavra look bad when you say things like that. You can't say things like that when you're representing all of us in the role you're in.
By example, you're a grown man. People look up to you.
He wasn't like this, you guys. You know, the Nabs I knew was amazing. He would come up with these ideas non-stop. You know, we worked as a team. The management that we had was okay at the time, but, you know, the kingdom was functional. It was amazing what we had for a whole year. But the last 2 or 3 months, it's just been decay. And I mean, look at this, Nabs. The whole of management is, you know, is telling you how they see it. They're sharing their perspective, and even then, you're just completely in denial, and you just think, no, you guys are wrong. You guys are, you know, you're
It's
the bad
not the
people.
denial. No. I said I have no problem with this. It shouldn't be around kids. My life, my house, my freedom is at stake if authorities get involved. Period. You guys don't give a shit. You're just like, oh, you don't see our... I do see your perspective. It doesn't belong here.
No,
Belongs
you're
somewhere.
suggesting that we should somehow censor this. Go on TikTok. Go on
This is
TikTok.
not
Go
an
on.
18 and up game. It's a 13 and up game. If you look at age ratings, all of this stuff is considered by the authorities in the United States statutory.
They're teaching it at school. They're
It's
teaching it.
an SE. It's everywhere. It's an
You guys don't
SE.
even get it. And that's why I'm going to have to resign, because I am not going to lose my $160,000 house over a video game. It's not going to happen.
It's
But you're
absolutely.
taking,
I'm not
you're
blaming
taking an
anyone.
issue and you're blowing it up into something that no one is even claiming. That's the problem. No
It
one
doesn't
is
say it, though.
no one is trying to attack you here. We're just trying to get you to
To see.
yeah.
You guys don't see my legal threat. My wife
Well,
has
no,
been concerned for
we don't,
3
but-
months of authorities being informed of what's going on in our channels and us not policing it hard enough. And they will hold the adults involved with this accountable. You're not concealed. Vanna doesn't even give us a real name unless Vanna is is their living name, whatever. You know me as Steven. That's my real life name. But to the feds and the authorities in the UK and otherwise that look at child trafficking and grooming and all that crap, they can go into your fake profile names and they know who you are, who pays for your internet, who that real person is, and then you get a knock on your door. And because your computer is sitting in your house, if any of you own a house, does anyone here that's an adult own a house? No. Does anyone in here own their home? In the United States, it's called forfeiture. The police can come in and go, this was done on your computer in your house. We're charging your house with a crime.
You've been watching too many documentaries now. You have been. There's absolutely nothing wrong with our game, and you need to see that for yourself. You come in once
on your computer.
You've come in after 2 months and suddenly you see KK as something different. And yeah, it's different, but it's nothing what you claim it to be. You think that somehow you've been gone, and because you've been gone, KK has become the way it is. No, that's wrong. We've grown as a game. Of course it comes with good and bad. And
this has been an issue for 2
go on
years,
TikTok.
man.
Go on TikTok. Go in schools. They're learning about this. There's absolutely nothing wrong. They're not. Y'all suggesting that
this is new.
All identities pronouns.
About your obsession with it, to be honest. Like, what?
I got fired for trying to shut it down in recruitment server. That's why I got fired. That's why I got targeted. It isn't new. This has been around since I was a VIP.
And it's going to be around until you're dead. That's life.
We'll do the
So
best
I
we
am
can
not going to be a
to protect our kids.
facilitator of a smut channel, you know. It's not happening.
What do you mean it's not
Actually own
happening?
property that can be taken from me. I don't rent. I own this house, and they can steal it.
Nothing to do with any of that. You're somehow suggesting that we're doing something illegal and you're going to lose everything. We're not doing anything wrong. We're not doing anything illegal. We're
Some
protecting our
right winger in the United States gets wind of some of the chats and decides to make legal accusations. Yeah, the adults will be held responsible, not these kids. So yeah, they have a reason not to give a crap. Kelly, Neil,
Nabs.
me, you, the other people 18 and up,
What do you
we'll
mean?
all be criminally charged.
You just don't listen, do you?
What do you mean we don't give a crap? You literally offended almost 6 communities in one server. You offended
And I
6
think
communities in one server, Nabs.
We spoke this
I
morning.
have legal threat being associated with it in its present state.
You should worry more about what you said, actually.
My wife, who is
Exactly.
blind and doesn't
You have a
write
whole
about it
hate
every
train.
week.
You have a whole hate train against you. People of management.
Also identifies
By the
this
way,
as
means
troubling.
that all the workers were against you. We had to fix it. We had to calm them down. We said to them, you need to still follow our rules. We know you're not happy with what's happened, but you need to follow our rules. And then, you know, we neutralized the whole situation. You upset so many of our workers with that comment that you made. You should honestly be more concerned about that.
People, I'm not even gonna lie to you. People of management got attacked and got called transphobic because they decided to defend you and think that it was okay to defend you. Saying, "Oh, he didn't say it the right way," but then people still said, "No, it's a transphobic behavior."
You thought it was fake. You actually generally thought that was fake, what he wrote.
I didn't think it, no, Chili thought it was fake at first, and then what is it? And then I was like, it could be, who knows? Because everything that goes something that serious.
They shared that out of context. They were attacking somebody.
Nabs, we have the whole ticket right here.
Or not. Nobody should be required to play the pronoun game if there's some young kid that don't know about it.
Every single Discord server has the
Exactly. I can read this.
Oscar the Grouch.
Can we please continue with the management meeting?
No, that's not how it works, man.
Every single Discord server has a pronoun setting now. And you're somehow suggesting that we're putting our kids at risk by allowing them to express whatever they want to express. Of course, if it gets sexual or anything, we go in there
No,
and
that's not what I'm saying. You guys are missing the context. I'm saying forcing other people to comply.
I'm asking that we take this in a different call. This is a management meeting, and the rest of us are waiting to move on.
That's what I was saying.
It's part of the call.
This is part of the thing. This was the drama section for him.
This was
Yeah.
the drama section, and it was going to be the last part of the meeting.
For him.
If you guys have done the hour, you can withdraw yourselves. But this
Yeah.
was his thing that we were going to talk about.
But the way you spoke to Cal,
Anyway,
you
you
should
guys
have.
run this how you want to run it. I'll be switching all the documents over to your ownership. I can't risk my livelihood, my home over being involved with this anymore.
Dramatic, like for real.
No one's reporting you. No one's reporting you, Caver, or anyone else in the Discord server for saying, "Okay, can you use my correct pronouns instead of using the ones I don't like?" No one's reporting that. Absolutely, no one's doing that because it's modern. It's modern world. It's all modern
You guys are
world.
still missing the context.
What do you
I
think?
have stuff to lose.
Nabs,
You
what do you
guys
think that we're
own
doing?
no homes.
Nabs, what do you
I
think
asked
that we're
earlier,
doing that
who
is at
here
risk?
owns the house? Who owns the house?
Okay, can you answer
Do you
my
own a
question,
dictionary?
Nabs? What are we doing that puts us at risk? What are we doing as AK management that puts all of us
Just
at
run
risk?
my name through the mud. I feel appreciated. Delete my shit from the game. I don't care. I am done with this conversation. Call me childish. Call me immature. I am not risking my livelihood over this.
I'm not doing any of that.
Jesus Christ.